Hello everyone, and welcome to this audio podcast. This audio podcast is part of a Machina edition. This audio podcast is part of a Labostix Biome. This audio podcast as part of a context broadcast, and this audio podcast as part of the abstracts as part of the abstracts in this series in this Machina edition. In this audio podcast, I look at an abstract. Look at an abstract in regard to a book chapter contribution. A book chapter contribution from a book chapter contribution in the book in amongst the book a book publication regarding media and communications technologies, policies and challenges, and where this book publication was in regard to social media practices, uses and global impact, and the chapter contribution and in regard to the abstract. In regard to the abstract, the abstract is and looks at the looks at using social media to highlight and manage rare and long-term health conditions in young people. It forms sort of chapter 10 in the book publication. In the book publication, the abstract is as follows. So the aims of the work is and was to highlight how social media can have an important impact on healthcare and disease management in young people and chronic conditions such as Alports syndrome. Alport syndrome is an inherited genetic or rare condition causing progressive renal, hearing, and eyesight abnormalities. The incidence of Alport syndrome is about 1 in 5,000 at least in the UK population, amongst the UK population, which accounts for around 2 to 3% of all cases of chronic kidney disease or CKD. Autosomal recessive Alport syndrome accounts for around 0.64% of male patients or recipients with end-stage renal disease in amongst Europe, and it is the second most common inherited cause of chronic kidney disease or CKD. The use of social media today sort of provides unparalleled opportunities for research and data collection and broader access for communication and interaction, because social media is not limited by the constraints of time and geography. The abstract has with the abstract there are sort of main sort of terminologies that listeners out there can use to identify similar works. The sort of terminologies such as terminologies include social media, data collection, Alport syndrome, young people, chronic kidney disease, and awareness. That draws this audio podcast to a close. This audio podcast as part of a Machina edition. This audio podcast as part of a Labostix Biome, and this audio podcast as part of a context broadcast and this audio podcast as part of the abstracts, and this audio podcast as part of a Storm Labostix production.